You want to know the secret to being a really great dater?
What's that?
It's not about giving gifts or sweet compliments
Okay.
or sneaking under the dinner table for a Venezuelan low five. Although, doesn't hurt, right, Brooke?
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
Yep.
Oh, spicy.
See,
Yeah.
the key is being prepared with a list of airtight excuses for why you couldn't make dinner that night.
Oh.
And not just the
Okay.
cliche, my grandma ate my homework ones.
Okay.
Because if you're really good at excuses, you can weasel your way through any relationship successfully. And one of our listeners failed miserably at his last-minute excuse for why he couldn't make it to his date. You're going to hear it and why telling the real truth wasn't an option in your brand new second date update. Next. Ugh, women.
What?
Hey.
Women.
Why are you starting like that?
Women are always saying that they want a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
And then a man gives them exactly that.
Yep.
Stands them up. And suddenly,
Wait a
now
minute,
they
Jeff.
get all upset. Oh, what is it, ladies? You want a stand-up guy or don't you?
Not a stand me up guy,
There
Jeffrey.
it is. Keyword me.
Uh-huh.
You clearly don't know what you want. That's why
Okay.
You
Nick
guys
is
never
emailing
listen.
us. 'Cause
Obviously, Alexis.
Nick stood his date up, and
Oh
now
my God,
suddenly
Nick.
she's being all weird about it. Nick, we just can't win, can we, man?
Apparently not.
Oh, yeah, right.
Wow.
You're calling because you feel bad, right, Nick?
Well, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, I goofed on this one a
You
bit.
should,
but,
bro. Why'd you stand her up?
Okay, well, yeah, we'll get to why. First, tell us about this
Sorry.
needy lady. Who is she? How did you meet?
God, she just wants someone to actually be there when she has a date.
And pay attention to her?
But she didn't even say that.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, just show up, I think was the requirement.
What's her name?
Sally.
Sally.
Sally
Yeah.
from the Valley.
Okay.
And how did you meet
You
Sally?
don't have to rhyme, Jeff.
We met on an app. Like, how do people meet otherwise these
Yeah.
days?
That's
So-
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, every once in a while, it's like Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a different app.
No, but even when you meet people in real life, you're like, okay, now talk to me on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know?
What'd you like about Sally?
Well, I don't mean this in a shallow way, but like there was this picture she had of her in a red dress, and there's something about a girl in a red dress and the way that Sally looked in it. I was like, I need to talk to this girl.
Okay.
It's hot.
I don't think that's shallow. I mean, that's how it's all done, right? Especially when you only have a picture really to go on.
That was nicer than I expected.
Yeah, totally.
And so-
I thought he was going to say boobs.
He did, but
Yeah,
elaborately.
those
Yeah.
were inside of the
There you
dress
go,
that he liked so
exactly.
much. From reading your email, Nick, it sounds like you went on one date, but you stood her up on date two.
Oh my gosh, Nick.
Well, what happened on
Yeah.
date one?
Well, day one was pretty cool because we went to like an old school rap concert. I thought
Oh,
it was a
fun.
good choice. It'd be fun, you know.
Cool.
So
Nice.
I thought we had a great time. We actually kissed
Oh, you
while we were
did?
dancing.
Really?
So it went really well.
You had a great time the first date. Obviously, she thought so too. What did you plan for the second?
Well, a more traditional date. I thought, okay, well, hey, let's get a place where we could talk more. Let's do a proper date.
Yeah, that was her idea, huh?
He said, I thought.
Oh.
He said, I thought,
Well-
Jeffrey.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. You want to talk to her. That's nice.
So you guys were going to meet at the restaurant?
Yeah, we were going to meet at the restaurant, and then I fully admit this was my fault.
Okay.
So wait.
Okay.
But
You messed up.
What happened?
so I had to go by my ex's house, and I had to pick up the cable box because I had to turn in the cable box because we're no longer together in that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending a little more time there than expected.
Oh, bro.
It sounds like you were hooking up with your ex.
Yeah.
Well, truth be told, we did hook up. It was my
Okay.
ex. It was kind of like a farewell. We're not getting back together.
But literally, you're on
just
the
had
way to meet
timing.
Sally.
It's-
Yeah.
yeah.
You couldn't have done it the night before?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just being honest about it.
Brooke, does it really matter if it happened the night before? Does that make a difference to
I
you?
think it makes it better.
Okay, so
He
what?
didn't go
what's
to
the
her,
appropriate
though.
time period? Like an hour before the date would have been okay?
I
Shower.
mean, yeah. I mean, just so he can be clean and not be thinking of the last person he was
He
with.
never went, though. He never met up with her.
Yeah, it sounds like he never even met her, so he did her a favor by not showing up.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's a
Again,
gentleman move.
A very gentleman
Did
move.
we hear the excuse that he used? Like, what'd you say? What'd you say to Sally?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I couldn't think of something, and I told her that I took a nap, and my arms fell asleep, and I wasn't comfortable driving because my arms were still kind of asleep because I laid on them.
So so dumb.
You said took a nap. I was like, that's not bad.
Why didn't
like,
you
I
just
overslept.
end there, dude?
No, because then I'd be awake and I'd have to go. And
Oh,
I
so
was
you didn't want to go at that point.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't get that.
Because of what you said, you felt dirty. You didn't want to
Okay.
go from one to another.
Yeah, so he went with
Yeah.
classic coma arms excuse. We've all had that. I think that was a solid choice.
And what did she reply? I mean, she's already sitting at the restaurant at that point.
Yeah.
she didn't.
Yeah, she knows it's an excuse. It's obvious you made that up.
That
Okay.
sucks.
Kind of rude that she didn't respond back to you.
Oh,
though.
she's
No, it's
rude.
not,
Yeah.
Jeff.
She's rude. Oh, geez, man.
Okay, so you got what you had coming to you, which is getting ghosted, and now you want us to salvage it, I'm guessing?
Okay, well, Brooke, is always saying, hey, the best way is just be honest about it.
Yes.
Like, what I got to lose at this point?
No.
Aren't you happy, Brooke?
It is
No.
true. Brooke does
No.
Brooke does say if you have to be 100% honest with
All the
whoever you're
time.
You
dating.
say that a lot.
She doesn't need this information. This isn't going to make her feel better.
Look, I like her, and I want to continue this, and I think it's better to have, like, just start out with honesty. Hopefully she'll respect that. And, but, like, I'm leaning that way, but I'm open to suggestions if you guys think there's a better strategy here.
Brooke is the one that's going to guide you
I
here.
mean, I was like hooking back up with my ex when I met my husband.
Oh,
right?
the truth comes out.
Really?
Oh,
Did
my
he know that?
gosh.
I mean, he knew that my ex was coming into town at one point. But,
Oh.
like, we
Put
weren't
two and two
together
Your
yet,
marriage is
you
a
know?
sham, Brooke.
No, I mean, he knew, but then, like, the ex came, and I was like, he sucks. I really like this other guy better.
Brooke, we've been
you
doing the
moved
show
up.
for a really long time, and I did
She
not know
never
that there was
told us
overlap
that.
with your
Yeah.
husband and your ex.
I mean, we weren't together.
Oh.
Like, on either side.
Michael, are you
Yeah.
listening to this
Oh,
right now?
he was coming out of a relationship, too. You know, things are messy, dude.
Oh,
See
so
the
a couple of
black and
cheaters
white
got
in the
together and
world.
got married?
Nobody cheated.
Oh.
Not one person cheated.
Okay, well, we'll be back with Brooke's orgy stories
What it is? Oh my god.
and also getting a
That is
second
not
date
what it
update
is.
for Nick.
Brooke's got a lot of stories about sore arms, too.
Oh, stop it.
We're going to
You
do
guys are
it
terrible.
right after this. Hold on, Nick. We just heard an admission of guilt.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we did.
You didn't.
Not from Brooke. That wasn't what I was. I mean, yeah, we did hear about some weird stuff going on there.
not laughing.
She wasn't guilty.
I was talking
really
about
normal.
Very
from our
guilty.
listener Nick, who says he wants to come clean about the real reason that he didn't show up to his second date with Sally. And look, I don't feel comfortable saying this. Like, even if you want it to happen, Nick, that's going to be your choice, and it has to come from you and your mouth.
I agree.
Because we were joking a lot, so you should probably think really hard if this is honestly the best way to go about it. Because I know you were telling us you think honesty is important, but for you to admit that you blew off Sally that night to hook up with your ex one final time, you know that sounds bad, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe Brooke is right. Maybe you just say I was spending time with my ex instead of saying like I
That
bluntly
sounds like you're
hooked
trying to
up.
get back together
Gonna
with
think
her.
that's what the whole relationship will be like.
I mean,
yeah.
I think you just try to leave that part out as much as possible. Move forward. Talk about what you want to happen, not what happened.
That's good.
I mean, we never know how these calls are going to go before we make them. So, Nick, you have to pick the right time if you want to do it. But I'm not going to say it. No one in this room is going to say it. It has to come from you.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree
You
with
good
that.
with that, Nick?
We can respect
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'll just play it by ear. I'll see how the conversation goes.
Yeah.
And then,
Just don't play it by your
Okay,
arms
see.
because we can't count on those bad boys.
Oh, yeah, because he said that they were dead,
Yeah,
and that's
you
why
heard
he
the first
couldn't,
part. Yeah.
couldn't drive.
All right, man. We're wishing you luck. I'm wishing myself luck. We're going to make this call right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Sally?
Yes.
What's up, Sally? My name is Jeff from the radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Okay. What's up?
Hi, Sally.
Hi.
Whole show is here. We all want to talk to you about a guy that you went on a date with the other night. Well, you went on one date with him and then
Yeah.
not another date with him. His name's
Okay.
Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't sound like a surprise to you at all.
I'm surprised that you guys are calling me about him.
Yeah.
You should know I'm not responding to him, and I'm definitely,
Right.
no.
Well, I think he understands that. He admits that he messed up by not showing up that night to dinner.
Okay, good for him.
Yeah. I mean,
That is good for
I'd
him.
be angry too. Were you already at the restaurant when he texted you that he wasn't going to make it?
Yeah, I was already sitting there. First of all, he didn't even call. He texted. First problem right there.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're already late. You texted me after the fact that you're already late. I'm sitting looking at this restaurant looking like an idiot. And then you text me this ridiculous
Ugh.
BS excuse about your arms falling asleep and you not being able to drive.
Yeah.
Like,
That was pretty lame.
Yeah.
I'd
You
be
didn't
I'd be
believe him,
super
huh?
mad
Well,
too.
I will say that does happen to me all the time. So
Your arms go
Really?
dead
No,
and
it
you
doesn't.
can't drive.
yeah, it's a
Really?
man problem.
Oh,
Really?
But that doesn't mean that Nick feels good about that. He still is very, very, very regretful of how that night played out.
so did he tell you that that was a true thing or like was that a lie? Because that's an unbelievable story.
Well, I don't know what the truth is. Only Nick knows what the truth of that night is. We're just trying to help him get back in touch with you.
He did. I mean, he said he was an idiot for messing up the second date with you, and that he had a great time when you guys went to the concert the first date. And I think he really saw potential of you two together.
I mean, that's why it's even more annoying because we did have such a great time. We even shared a kiss. Like, I did want to see him again.
Yeah.
So I'm open to hearing what he has to say, but I'm pretty just irritated.
Right.
And that's understandable. We get that.
Yeah. And I mean, you have to think about this. We understand how frustrating and disappointing it must have been from your end. But from Nick's end, like, in order for him to organize this second date update, it's a lot of work to email us, to have to talk to our producers and arrange a time to come on the show and reach out to you. It shows that he really does care about you. So,
I mean, you guys can have him reach out to me. That's fine, but I'm not giving any guarantees to anything.
Okay.
Okay.
That's progress.
well, what I can actually do you one better, and instead of having him reach out after, I'll have him reach out right now.
And if his arms are feeling okay.
If he's up for it, because
dumb.
he is on the other line and he wants to talk to you.
So he heard everything I just said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And you
Unless,
could have said a lot worse things.
you know,
Yeah. it
I mean,
wasn't that
I
bad.
would have.
unless he fell asleep on his ears and they're not working.
Oh,
But let's see.
no.
Stop it, Jeffrey.
You there?
He's got the tingles again.
Wow. Okay.
Hi, Sally.
Hey.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're talking.
That's sweet.
That's a
All right.
statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you even want to say to me? What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, one, I want to say I'm sorry and that I know I goofed up and like, yeah, I'm the idiot here. So this one's on me.
Okay.
That's a big move.
I like you, Sally. I think we had a great time, and I wouldn't keep pursuing this if it wasn't a genuine feeling I have for you.
Okay.
And-
Nick, listen. Just stop for a second. Just tell me the truth. What really happened?
Good question.
There's a compliment.
Yeah. I think she's talking about the dead arms thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows,
Well,
Jeffrey.
okay,
like,
yeah, let's start there.
Okay.
My arms didn't fall asleep that day, so that text was not accurate.
No.
Sound like
oh,
Wow.
I bet Sally's
What
got
a
such
bomb.
a shocked face on the other line.
the truth.
I want to pursue this and be honest. And I was debating like telling you, but if I do get to go out with you again, I don't want to be thinking about like what happened and how I goofed up. I want to just say it in honesty.
Good.
Okay, Sally, can we
Yeah.
agree to do that? If he tells you the truth, will you guarantee you go out on another date with him?
What?
I
That is
like
not
that.
what he's saying at
I
all.
like that,
Sally,
Jeff.
do
Well,
not agree to
let's
that.
just put it down up front.
No.
If he tells the truth, then you give him another date.
I'll listen to what he said, and we'll go from there.
Well, Nick, this is your moment to come clean.
Now I'm nervous.
You should
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
Okay. What happened is I went to go pick up a cable box from my ex's place, and I inadvertently stayed there longer than I should have. And it was like things happened and it meant nothing. And it was like the very last time. And it didn't feel right going to dinner with you right after. And then I'm like, you know how sometimes you like when you make a mistake like that and you realize like, one, I wish I didn't do that. You know, I really like this other girl.
Sally,
All I can say is, wow.
Yeah.
Who does that?
What do you mean? Like who does the ex hookup part?
Actually, a lot of
Whoa,
people
whoa.
are-
He didn't say anything about hookup.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
I did.
And they hooked up. I'm not an idiot. Hello.
Yeah.
I never heard those words.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff, you can
He
play
said
dumb.
he stayed there longer and that he wanted
He
to.
said
And
he
he-
did stuff you shouldn't have.
He
Yeah.
said stuff happened. What do you think stuff is? She's
And-
not a moron.
It's one thing to have a moment of weakness and hook up. That's fine. We weren't in no committed relationship. That's not the issue.
Okay.
The
Okay.
issue is you knew you were going on a date with me. If this
Yeah.
would have happened on any other day, whatever. But you knew you were going to come see me.
Yeah.
And you still had the thought process to go and hook up with your ex.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go there to go hook up with her. I went there to get a cable box.
Yeah.
And,
But you went there
and the
knowing
hookup
you were
thing
going on a
happened.
date,
And
though.
here's how I was thinking. And again, obviously, bad move and my mistake. But like what I was thinking was like, oh, well, okay, I just hooked up with my ex. Now I'm going to go out to dinner with her. That seemed worse to me.
You don't get
And-
kudos for that because you knew you were going on a date before you
Yeah.
hooked up.
I
His
mean,
ex threw herself at him.
no,
What is he
it
supposed
doesn't
to
matter.
do?
I mean, I can see her side too. Like we said, you should have picked up the cable box
Yeah.
the night before. It
When
would
you
have made
s-
all the
yeah.
difference.
When you stop by your exes, you know it's like
Exactly.
99%
Whenever
chance.
anybody touches a cable box, the mood just is set.
I mean,
Is there anything he could do, Sally, to like get in your good graces again?
There's a million other idiots on those dating apps that I can talk to. I don't need to put up with this.
okay.
Out of all those other million other idiots on the dating apps, all those million other idiots probably have exes with cable boxes too, and you're just going to end up right back here in the same situation. Nick actually has gone through this entire process. You know, he's fallen on his sword just for the chance to see you one more time.
True.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And let me say this, just because there's a possibility that I'm going to run into another idiot with a cable box and an ex-girlfriend
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue to weed them out because I don't want to end up with
Yeah.
someone like that.
Wow.
Right.
You're very put
I know.
together.
All right.
Sally needs to be a dating coach.
I know.
Yeah, that's good,
Wow.
Sally.
Yeah.
Impressed.
Yeah, it really didn't work out
No.
the way I was hoping.
I wouldn't put it 100% on you, Nick. I would put part of it on Brooke and her dumb 100% honesty theory.
Oh my God! Well, I told
Yeah.
him not to tell all the details, Jeffrey. That was on him.
Oh.
Well, I didn't tell all the details.
Yeah, let's actually get some of those details. What really happened that night?
Yeah, next.